the Chinese secret to tenderizing meat. Even the toughest cuts become tender in just 5 minutes. I'll start here by cutting my meat. For today's recipe, I'm using beef, approximately 1 kilogram. I'm going to use it for this recipe and cut the meat into pieces like this, as I'm showing. About this thickness, I'll cut all the meat this way to ensure even cooking. We're going to prepare delicious meat that will turn out extremely tender. And now I'll show you the secret I always use to make the meat very tender and juicy. I've already cut all the meat. Now I'll transfer it to another container to start the marination. I place the meat in this bowl. Next, I add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to mix the baking soda very well with the meat. This ingredient is essential to ensure the meat turns out tender. The baking soda will act on the meat fibers, making it much softer. I mixed it well, and now I'll cover it with plastic wrap. It's very important to do this process correctly to get the desired tenderness. I covered the bowl well. Now I'll let the meat rest for 5 minutes so the baking soda can work. 5 minutes have passed. Now I'll remove the plastic wrap and start rinsing the meat. I'll wash it well to remove all the baking soda. Rub the meat with your hands to ensure it's completely removed. Then I'll let all the accumulated water drain off, making sure the meat is nice and dry. After draining, I place the meat on paper towels to remove the excess moisture. This is important so the meat sears properly in the skillet and doesn't release water during cooking. I place the pieces on the paper, pressing lightly to extract as much liquid as possible. You can also use a clean kitchen towel, whichever you prefer. What matters is getting the meat very dry. Now, with another sheet of paper towel, I press on top to remove all the excess water. Let's prepare the marinade. I have 3 chopped garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. The mixture also includes 2 tablespoons of oil and 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, and 1 tablespoon of hot sauce. Now you just have to mix everything very well. This marinade will be the flavor base for our meat. I mixed it completely, and the aroma is already amazing. I'll set this marinade aside while we move on to the next step. I already added a bit of oil to the skillet and let it heat. Now I'll add all the meat at once. Let the meat sear well on one side. This process is quick and helps retain the internal juices. Once it browns, flip the pieces to sear the other side as well. The meat is starting to get color and aroma. It's a quick preparation, and the result is always very tasty. A simple dish, but with a special touch that will definitely impress anyone who tries it. The meat is now seared on the other side. Now I turn off the heat and remove the pieces from the skillet, setting them aside in a bowl. Let's now prepare the next stage of the recipe using the same skillet, making use of the flavors left behind. I add 1 onion cut into half moons and half a red bell pepper in strips. Saute them well until tender. This combination gives the meat an even more outstanding flavor. They're well sautéed now, releasing a delicious aroma. Now I return the meat to the skillet. I place the pieces over the sautéed vegetables, gently mixing everything. Look how our meat is turning out, tender, flavorful, and with an irresistible look. Next, I pour over the meat that marinade we prepared and set aside earlier. I mix everything well so that all the flavors blend together. This will make the meat even juicier. Cover the skillet and let it cook for 3 more minutes so the flavors really soak in. The meat is ready. I turn off the heat, and now all that's left is to serve this delight with your preferred side dish. Enjoy every bite of this tender and flavorful meat.